What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for another go at Supercars, the brand new supercar. Today at Navarra. Should be a lot of fun. It's going to be very, very difficult. This track is very tricky in these cars, but that's part of the fun, part of why I enjoy it. I blew the second Q lap big time. It probably wasn't going to be a Q lap, but maybe it would have been close. I was up about 1.2 coming to the final corner and just locked the rears and slid through the final corner and obviously gave up all my time. So probably should have been a mid 44. Not sure if it would have been pole or second, but definitely faster than when I ran. Hopefully it's still fun. We definitely got to be on the podium here for any chance to gain iRating. There are two Americans in here, myself and Jake, who we've raced before. He's a 9-car, small split. Just one of those deals, unfortunately, small split here. But hopefully we can survive, move forwards. I've only came to pit road here once at speed, so hopefully we don't scrub that up too much. And I'm going to remember to put in first gear on the start this time if it kills me, but still going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully it's a good race. I think we probably can be in contention. Saving tires is going to be key. The first couple laps here with cold tires are going to be really, really dangerous. This track is very difficult, especially on cold tires, but that said, I absolutely love Navarra. It's become my second favorite of the free road courses that are available in iRacing, behind Summit, obviously. And I'm very excited to see what we can do here. They put in a lot of laps this week here, probably 30 or 40 test laps before this. And they were all really foggy and cold, so I'm glad it's at least not super foggy, but still very cold. Going to be 27 laps. Hopefully we just got to survive, make no mistakes, get through the end, not beat ourselves, and that'll be a long way. So, yeah, I'm ready for the start. Going to remember first gear this time, and we'll see how it goes. But let's get on the grid and get ready to hopefully not have the second worst start of all time. All right, we're ready. It looks like you can pit quite early here if you wanted to. We're not going to do that. All right, we're ready. I'm ready mentally, physically. We'll see if the start is decent. Hopefully it is, but we'll see. I know what I need to do. I'm just not sure I can do it, but that's part of the fun, part of the battle. 9 cars, like I said, small field, but that's okay. Nothing to worry about there. Don't mind it. 27 laps, probably going to be about not quite an hour video again, so sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Good luck, everybody. First gear, engage. Hooray. Riley had a great start behind us there. I think we're 3 wide here in the turn 1. Back out of that one, just let him have the spot. Don't want to be too aggressive here first lap. Echo is Finnish, so he's going to be very, very fast, because Finnish guys always are. So we're back in the 4th. Not a great start from me. A little bit of a sloppy one, in fact. But again, not being ourselves is going to be the key. Riley seemed to be fast in practice, but he messed up both his Q laps, he said. So again, survival is going to be the key. We just got to keep chugging along, get through this here. Alex was roughly the same pace we were, so we know we're okay. We just got to stay alive and get through this one and have a shot later on. So probably not going to be too talkative. It is pretty busy lap around here, a lot going on. So if I'm not too talkative, I hope you enjoy. Similar situation to last time out with the 1 car. I guess I'm the 1 car technically in this, but fast guy got behind early, had to make a comeback. A little bit of tire strategy, so we'll see how that plays out here. Do expect people to make mistakes here at some point, so try to play the long game. Because we are one of 2 Americans, this is a European server split, so we are going to be down a little bit of FPS and latency. Just got to keep that in mind for being near cars. Survive lap 1. So not executing the pole lap, already burning us there, because we probably should have been in front of all that mess 3 wide in the turn 1 where we didn't get either of the spots we were next to, unfortunately. But That's okay. Again, my pace is not going to be strong in this, as I've talked to before. It's about being alive, about surviving and having fun. It is a very fun car to drive. Difficult for sure, but very fun. We can keep these guys racing hard and in touch with each other. That'll actually benefit us here in the long run as we go. Just gotta stay patient and stay smooth for sure. Not sure if third will gain us iRacing or not. I suspect maybe a little bit, but definitely fourth will not do it for us this week again. So lock up and spin there for Mirko. Finish guy makes a mistake, unfortunately. Hopefully he's able to get back rolling. He's going to lose a lot of track position, though. Actually only lost about 3 spots, but lost a decent amount of time. So now it's our turn to try to run these 2 down. I don't think we're bad. We just have to stay on our toes, and obviously racing with the European server here, I gotta be a little bit careful, like I said, about the net code and about latency and car contact, so just gotta be smart here. Very difficult car track combo. Oh, we're gonna accelerate on the curb there. That's gonna be some rear wheel spin, not slick. That was not intentional. I was not trying to follow the 5 car ahead of us, just a mistake. Really do love this track though, and it's actually pretty good for these cars. Difficult for sure, but pretty fun. Tire slide, we'll get that corralled back in nicely. Lower FPS definitely playing a little bit of havoc. We're definitely getting some frame stutter, so apologies for that. Seem to have caught these 2 a little bit on this lap, but again, who knows how much pace they're really running at and how much I'm overdoing it, no idea, so just trying to be smooth more than anything. Not break on the curbs is key. It's actually a pretty difficult track to pass on, even with the long front straightaway, just because all the big brake zones aren't now out of acceleration zones, and all the long straights are into weird corners like turn 1 is around here, so. Much better exit from the last corner that time. Much better lap all in. 44.8, it's a decent lap. Mirko behind us, then takes it by about a 10th and a half, not surprising. Finish guy, gonna be fast. Won the pole for a reason. He's obviously got to get all the way back up here, so buys us a little bit of time. My pace seems to be okay. But again, I have just no idea where we're at as far as long run pace. Didn't ever do a full race run, just did a lot of medium runs. Setting the fuel down the front stretch next time. I guess we're lead Camaro now. A little bit deep into there, that's okay. Make sure we get the nose swung around, that's the important bit. Feels a lot like Watkins. Hanging out, surviving, pace isn't superior or anything, but it's going to be a very short fill. No idea if we're going to want tires or not. The short fill like that, it may be no tires, so just have to keep an eye on that, pay attention to how they're feeling. Pay attention to the fall off, obviously. Looks like he ran a little bit wide there. If they want to continue to go battle, it's fine with me. They seem to get through that section actually better than I do, so. Keep battling up there, fine by me. There we go, move for the lead by a 5 car. Looks like Alex is going to just let him have it for now. So Riley, from messing up the Q lap, starting further down the grids, come through to the lead. Immediately dive back. Hopefully no contact there. Obviously costing themselves a lot of time here. Go back up to P4 now. Another dive back by Alex. Again, they're just costing themselves time at this point. Really are that close on fuel, maybe we don't need tires. It's going to be a short fill, we'll save a lot of time. Alright, now that Riley has some clean track, we'll see what his pace is like. Expect it to be strong based on how he talked earlier. Mikko is definitely fast. He'll come up here shortly and be right on top of us again once he deals with Andy. Riley looks very strong through the first couple corners especially. But we're still in touch with these guys, so still early, long way to go. I don't really know how to pass here, to be honest with you. It's not really a track, like I said earlier, that has a lot of passing opportunity. Especially in a car like this where you can't just chuck it up the inside and stand on the brakes or stand on the throttle to get traction. It'll kill you if you do that. Don't really know what to do yet. Long way to go though. We could try undercutting a pit stop or something. We'll see. Obviously in hindsight I would have tested that out, tried pit road a little bit more, see if I can figure out how to get in there with more speed, but for what we got, we'll keep doing our thing. Default to no tires here. Just can't quite get off of there and through that corner as well as these guys can for whatever reason. We're hanging in there, but don't think we're strong enough to go up and make any passes or anything as I locked the rear wheels there, got the blip wrong. We're good, still alive, didn't die, just a minor heart attack, it's okay. Nearly died, but didn't quite die. Coming up to a third distance already. You can see Jake up ahead there in the 9 car. He's right out the way. Or up the way, I should say. Pretty clean race though, most of these front runners, except for the 2 car having that slide and half spin. Been pretty tight here at the front, so that's good. Clean racing so far. Guess I'll just wait for these guys to pit and blink as I get on throttle there with too much steering input. That's okay. Didn't die again, so that's the key. Looks like Jake came to pit lane there. Get out of our way, that was nice of him. So, cost ourselves about 3/10 or so there. Not the smoothest thing I've ever done. And he's all over, or being pressured all over by Mikko, excuse me. Jake's gone, so we're down to 8. A little bit wide there for Riley into turn 3. Front 2 still nice and tight together. So Mikko's going to go ahead and take 4th now. 2 in front of us, not sure if they're slowing down or just sliding around or what. They are definitely going. Now we're very tight here at the front, 3 of us. Oh, big blink out there for Riley. Hopefully he comes back. There he is back. I think we might see a dive here from Alex to try to get this lead back. Nope, not yet. Thought we were going to see one there just because of the car being out of position ahead. I'm going to go with 3 gallons on the pit stop. Probably no tires. Yeah, I just can't get through that left-hander there as good as they can. Probably 2/10. Doesn't seem like a lot. It's a pretty significant amount of time there. Riley's out very wide this time. Mikko is starting to make inroads towards us. Not huge chunks, but he's definitely closing in, so. I don't know how long the pit lane is here or how long a pit stop takes, but you definitely don't want to come out in traffic. That's going to be a key. Looks like they're definitely braking earlier for that than I am, so gotta be mindful of that if we're going to be tucked up. Again, not super high I ratings for these guys, but they obviously know what they're doing, so. Big gap behind 6th actually, so that's good for pit stop potential. Pace is still decent. We all seem to be, honestly, relatively even. I mean, there are bits I make up a little bit of time. There are bits they're definitely faster. Miko is catching all of us, slowly but surely. Yeah, Riley got to the lead and thought he was going to pull away there for a little while, but hasn't really gone anywhere too far. Pace is still good, still even, but I thought he would run away, but he really hasn't from Alex yet. Miko looks to be like 2/3 or maybe only half a second faster than us a lap, but he's definitely going to be here before too terribly long, probably around lap 16, 17 at this rate. He's making really good ground though. Andy's back there with Andrew. They're kind of battling for 5th now. Yeah, great lap behind us there for Miko. Beat us all second that lap, so he'll be here before too terribly long. Sloppy couple first corners again for me. Again, seems like just like Watkins a couple weeks ago. Seems to be 1 or 2 corners that I just, whether I'm not driving correctly for the car or what is going on, I just cannot get through there as well as these guys can. It was up the hill at Watkins, and appears to be turn 3, turn 4 here today. Definitely very aware of my lack of grip now, lack of confidence in the traction zones, at least for now. Still need a Supercars paint, so if you know how to paint the Camaro and want to paint a CF Mobile for me, please do, let me know. Again, this isn't going to be a big iRacing gain series for us or anything. I just enjoy driving the car. Even if we lose some for 3rd or 4th or wherever we finish, don't really care. It's about having fun. I'm enjoying driving this, so. Lear just beat me 7/10 there, so. I need to be a little better than that for sure. Yeah, some laps are okay, some laps are just not. I don't think our pace is awful. It's not strong, but it's okay, I think. Really wish I had some of my FPS back. Really wish this wasn't a European server there, as I almost locked the rear brakes again. Could use that extra 20 or 25 FPS that we're missing around some bits of the track here. Stuttering and the little micro freezes are really screwing with me here, especially with my head more than anything. Seeing things that aren't actually happening. But that's the reality when there's 2 Americans, and I guess now I'm the last one, so it's part of how it goes. We're still okay. Not costing us too terribly much as of right now. Curious to see who's going to blink first for pit stops. This will be 13 down, 14 to go, so we're just about to halfway. Late call to pit there for Alex. I would expect a reaction from Riley. late call to pit, actually. Probably wise. It's probably the way to go. We'll see what Alex does here as far as pit stop, if he gets tires or not. I don't know how long tires take. I should really learn this stuff if we're going to do it like this, but I always just for sure thought we were going to put some tires on it, but it's such a short field that I don't think we're going to do that today. Might be the wrong call, but I'm going to go with fuel only and hope that works out for us since our pace still seems to be semi-consistent. I don't think that new tires, especially with the warm-up period, is going to do me a whole heck of a lot of good here. Come on, Justin, get your head in this. Still in it, we're still doing okay. Alex still in the pits. Maybe he got a penalty. Not sure, but seems like a very long fill there as Riley finally makes an error. Take the spot at the inside there. We are going to be promoted to the lead, to the point. Get a freebie there. Just don't need to make any silly mistakes or errors here at this point. Alex does get going finally. Long pit stop though. Could also just be a very long pit road. So I'm going to lead my first Supercars lap ever. That's good, I guess. And I guess technically we're leading at halfway, or just past halfway. So not sure what happened to Alex there. Hopefully he didn't get a penalty or something weird like that, but we're still good. I'm having back, no sense in battling here, we're not going anywhere, so no sense in fighting that one off. He's definitely lighting up the rear tires, but looks to be much more comfortable with that than I am, which is fine. I don't mind, don't care. We're not battling that directly, so. Not sure if Alex did get a penalty there or what happened, but unfortunate. Hopefully he does actually cycle back into us here. Another terrible downshift there. My foot slipped off the pedal, so couldn't blip properly. Excuses and mistakes are going to be the death of me in this car especially. Miko behind us is going to jump to pit lane. I assume that would draw in everybody else here, maybe not. Andy had an off or a mistake somewhere in there, fell back, but is still up. And Drew is about 8 seconds behind us, so. Slide there from Riley. Not sure if he's burned his tires off. Looks like Alex is roughly a second to lap faster than we are right now. So with Miko coming to pit road, we'll get a gauge on what happened to Alex. If Miko comes out far ahead of Alex, we'll know that Alex had a penalty or something of that nature. Yeah, Miko's already out 25 seconds behind us, so. Not sure what happened to Alex, but unfortunate. Not sure what Miko did on his pit stop either. But we'll just keep running. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose, not concerned. I'm starting to pull away a little bit from Riley, but again, tire wear. My tires still feel very good. Or as good as they can feel for what we're doing, at least. Riley does jump to pit lane there. Gives us some clean air, track position, not a gap. Mikko is absolutely flying. I see no reason not to keep going if we're not going to put tires on. Might as well run on low fuel, right? We'll see here where Riley cycles out for his pit stop, see what he does. He puts tires on or not. He's going to come up behind Mikko. Well behind Mikko, actually. 6 seconds back, so. And we need to adjust our fueling decision here to be just auto fuel. Almost a 1x there. I'm flirting with it. Not intentionally, but cutting it close for sure. We'll just go with that. Don't need a tear off. No tires. All right. 10 to go. Definitely going to be better for me to be out in clean air here for now. Not sure what Riley's up to, but may have made a mistake there. He got past it, looks like. Oh, no, just guy coming to pit road around him, so. .44.3 best lap there for Mikko. Again, we're not really racing anybody now. If we're going to get undercut by Riley, it's already happened. It looks like he might have spun there or something. Something weird happened. Something happened there. Anyways, we now have a nice gap behind Mikko if we can get on and off pit road well. Pace is still pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're still doing okay. Riley had some kind of off, lost about 15 seconds there, unfortunately. We just gotta hope Mikko makes a mistake, because otherwise we're not gonna be close, obviously. But he was the fastest car, deserved to win. I'm just proud of the drive I've put up so far. Knock on wood, we're past 2/3 distance. Still no major mistakes for me, which is great. With how I've driven so far. And I've had a lot of fun. This track's great, very tricky. Can't say it enough. Very, very difficult track, especially for this car. But I've loved this. This is great. This is what I wanted from the new Supercars, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Float the thing in, no mistakes, nice and smooth. That's the key, that's the goal. We're doing a good job of it. Bit of a rear lock up there, nothing too crazy though. We're still okay. Still in the mid 45s, which I'm very happy with on pace. I would assume nobody changed tires. That's my assumption based on the gaps. Or at least that's not going to be the fastest way, especially now that we've already gone well past halfway. We're not going to make up time on fresh tires, especially with the warm-up process. So, made my bed. That's okay. I'm content to come out here, lead, make the stat sheet look a little better for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I think I'm doing a decent job of being smooth, to be honest with you. Just about putting good laps together, which we've really done so far. I'm very pleased with it. 8 to go. A bit of a rear lockup kick there, but actually kind of helped us turn in slightly. Pace is still okay. Definitely losing time to the 2 car, obviously, but had no business being up near him anyways, so. Definitely getting slippery though. Big slide there, broke a little bit too late, locked the rears again, cost us about half a second. Luckily no more than that, didn't die. It's so touchy. I mean, you gotta be so absolutely perfect to be making lap time in this. It's so scary when you're trying to go fast. So we should come out 3 to 4 seconds, I would think, behind Mikko, which is all right. Again, never know how it plays out. Keep running. Happy to keep leading laps. We got about 5 laps of fuel left, so we'll probably pit in 4 laps just to make sure we have a buffer. Traffic may play a factor for Mikko there, who knows? Never know what can happen in these, so we'll keep our clean track and our track position while we have it. No sense in getting behind someone when we don't have to. Tire slide, nothing damaged, not too bad. Again, our pace was probably roughly similar to Andy Flagg, the 3 cars, so just watching that gap, that's what we're going to cycle out into. Hopefully, even if this is a 30-second pit stop, we'll be well and clear in front of him, so. Probably pit at the end of lap 24, just to be safe. Guess we're going to have to pit at the end of 24, so it's all right. So about 3.5 gallons is 4 laps, so we should only need about 1.7, 1.8. Getting 2.1 should be plenty. Again, I never wish for will ill upon anyone, especially someone that's fast enough to win the race like Mikko is, but if Johan was to hold him up, you know, a significant amount, I would not probably shed any tears. It'd have to be, 5 seconds, but you never know what can happen. Little contact, little spin, smoke screen, off tracks. You never know what can happen with lap traffic. That's why I generally try to avoid it. More often than not, lap traffic burns you. A little bit deep in there, front tire's definitely starting to go off. We're losing some pace, but we're still in the mid to high 45, so that's okay. That's actually decent pace as far as I'm concerned. If someone were to tune in and watch this right now, considering I haven't made a pit stop yet, if someone were to spectate this, they'd think this was like the most incredible drive by me of all time, and it's not. But like just the gaps, 18 seconds back and then another 19 seconds back to Andy in third as the 1, 2, and 3 car, they'd think that this is the most amazing thing anybody's ever seen. So just want to throw that out there. It looks good on paper for now. Again, a little bit frustrated I flubbed the Q lap, but we still started third. It didn't impact us any. We probably should have been behind the guys we were behind anyways, race pace wise. So ended up working out. No mistakes, like I said, is going to be the key in this car every time out, but especially at a track as difficult as this. Of course, the key now in the pit stop, since we're not really racing for anything, we're not going to come on anywhere near Miko. Key, don't make a mistake, don't speed, nothing too crazy, not trying to go too fast, we're not going anywhere, so. Don't beat yourself here, we're in a good spot, we've done the job, we've saved the tires, we've figured out the fuel economy, all that stuff is good, we just got to bring it home now, so. Miko does get past you on there. If our pit box is before or after the line, I would assume it is before, so this lap will be our final lap led. Won't lead the next one, because by the time we come out of pit lane, we'll have been passed by car number 2. 4 to go, we got 2 laps of fuel, so we'll just come on in right here. Fuel mileage should be just about perfect, actually. A little bit more conservative here, not trying to break any lap records at this point especially. Andy and presumably the 5 car Riley have started to make up ground on us. As long as we have a nice smooth pit stop, shouldn't be a problem. Starting to get dirty windshield as well, but we're not going to get tear off. It's worth a couple tenths, never know. Could matter. If you're not going to put tires on, it doesn't really matter when you pit, honestly. It's not like you're trying to split it in half and minimize the fall off, because our fall off hasn't been that bad. We're still in the mid 45, so I would 100% drive this again here. Very difficult, very tricky. I'd like to be in again American server, have a little bit of FPS back, but very enjoyable. That's a terrible corner by me though. So we'll come in right here, wave the white flag as far as our chances of pulling off some weird fuel mileage miracle. Let them stop sweating that I know something they don't. One more brake zone, then we'll dive for pit lane. Just be nice and conservative considering I have no idea where the brake marker is or anything. Here we go. Not drive into the fence there is good. On the pit lane, nice and easily. 37 miles per hour. Gonna be a very short fill. We are before start finish line, of course. Start finish line all the way down at the end of pit lane. Nice and smooth on the bunny. Very quick fill. Very short fill, and we come back out. There goes the 2 car. Plenty of gap back. We're going to come up behind the 8 car here. Probably. We might come out in front of the 8. No merging too soon here, nothing stupid. Tires will cool a little bit because of that pit lane trek. But we're about 7 seconds back with 3 to go, so job done. Success as far as on and off pit lane. That's good. Very happy with this. This is a very much a more encouraging performance for me in a supercar. Now, again, we were benefited a little bit, or a lot of it probably, by a 2-car having a big slide and spin there. He clearly superior on pace if he could have gotten some free track without that spin rather than having to come from deep. But the fact that we're still only 10 seconds behind is very encouraging. As he probably lost, what, 5 or 6 seconds there in that, so we should be 13, 14, somewhere in that range, which is still a good mark. I mean, hell, that's the gap I have to Andy behind us. And again, I cannot drive everybody else's cars. I can only drive mine. If they make mistakes, that's on them. That's fine. I don't care. It's not part of the deal, so I'm very pleased with this. And, I mean, we should gain iRating out of 9 cars as the 1 car. He's like 2,600 or something, Miko, so we should gain a few. Not a million, but hopefully 5 or 10 out of this for P2 out of 9. And hopefully it's an entertaining video, so I hope you all have enjoyed it. Make sure you drop that like if you have down below. Still going to race supercars when I can, tracks I own, tracks I like. Probably 4 or 5 more this season, I'd say, probably is what you can bet on. Don't know how many exactly. We're going to run very wide there, come out of the pit stop, and immediately forget how to drive. But popsicle sticks here, 2 more good laps around Navarra. Track I adore. It's been a blast to drive it in this supercar this week. All of my laps and mileage has really paid off. I'm very happy with the way the prep has gone in this. I'm very happy with the set I came up with. It's a pretty solid set, honestly. Very happy with it. So did everything right. All the prep was not for nothing. Gonna get a good result out of it. And again, unless I screw it here, knock on wood in these final 2 laps. Unlike last week or the week before at Watkins, we're actually gonna get positive iRating out of it, which is great. Another not win, but the podium is awesome. We have an unbelievable streak here. I've driven about, I don't know, 10 or 11 races here this season already for 2025, and we've been top 4 now in all of them, assuming I can finish this one off. 4th at Watkins being the worst one, so it's all podiums other than that one, which is awesome. Love to see that. And again, just very happy with this performance. I'm very pleased. We were probably the 4th fastest car. Whatever happened to Alex there early, and then obviously mistakes and whatever happened after that to Riley coming through for us, but that's what it's all about. No mistakes is the key. I preach it every time, and I can't say it enough. This is a perfect example. You don't have to be the fastest car. You just got to be fast enough to pounce when people around you screw it up. So nice and smooth. We're not going anywhere. Nice gap behind now to Johan. Unfortunate that Jake was not able to see the finish. Represent Midwest, so we'll represent Midwest and a podium. I was just going to say, I was thinking that the 2-car was a Ford, but 2-car is a Camaro, so it's going to be a Camaro 1-2, which is awesome. One to go, Credit One Bank, sponsor me please. And we should have plenty of fuel. Yep, 1.5 laps, perfect. And we'll come back through, finish this puppy up. Very happy with my performance today, really am. Very, very pleased. A lot of fun, very tricky. I mean, if this is not for the faint of heart, for sure. But very, very pleased with our tire management as well. Can't wait to see what our tires are like. But even now, we're still running in the upper 45s, which is pretty solid pace as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, low fuel helping that a little bit, but best lap was strong. I was happy with the Q lap until I screwed it. Probably should have been on the front row again, but who knows? Maybe the front row is a curse because this one seemed to work out for us when the car that started second didn't have a great race today. So maybe second is not good to start in supercars when I'm in the field. So that's all right. A couple more corners, half a lap. Nothing too crazy. Don't lock a rear brake. Nice and smooth. There we go. Do have 1 lap of fuel left, indeed. Thank you very much. Great race, everyone. That was a ton of fun. Great win, Miko. One final corner.
Good race.
We'll take
I
that.
thought you were going for a no-stop there.
No, I'm pretty awful. I have no idea what I'm doing. I figured if we weren't going to put tires on, I might as well just keep going and keep my clean track. But you were going to run away other than that slight spin there. But Mega Drive, you were super, super fast. He's in all teams now since he's exited, so we won't hear it, unfortunately. But it's all right. Just pull over. That was very fun. The one cars finished 1, 2, 3, it looks like. Very happy with that. Only 9 seconds back. Again, we benefited quite a bit from the half spin that Mikko took, but very, very fun, very, very rewarding race. And a 0x, you see there are ping in the 150s, not too crazy, but very fun. Tires left front 68, left rear 63. That's not too bad as far as I'm concerned. I did a much better job this week. Again, track layout playing a part in that. I did a much better job saving the fronts. I think the rear tires were okay. I mean, we definitely burned through them quite a bit, but 27 laps, not changing them, only to be down 37% on the left rear. I think that's pretty good. So quite happy with that, quite pleased. There's the last car finishing up, so we'll get some results. Let's look at the incidents. Only a 0x. I'm not sure how that was a 0x for the half spin there for Mikko. I guess he never slowed down or stopped and never got perpendicular to the racetrack, but you see there 7x, 4x, 5x, 10x, 10x, 5x, and then 3x for Jake. That's the key right there. Not making any mistakes. And that's what separates the good drives from the great drives. And I think I'm going to say for myself, at least, that was a great drive. Good comeback for Alex. Not sure what happened to him on the pit stop. Not overly concerned with that, but we'll go check out the results when they pop up here. There they are. Positive iRating, plus 22. That's a much bigger gain than I thought we'd get. Only a 3K or just bumped over 3K there for Mikko. We'll congratulate him. So yeah, we'll take that. Plus 22 is really good. Again, we didn't have the pace. Pretty happy with the lap though, 44.85, but we did not have that half a second anywhere. We did lead 9 laps, which is pretty cool. 9 laps led for Riley as well, and 5 laps led. So technically, we led the most laps in the supercar race, finished second, and had 0x. That's a hell of a day. So I'll take that all day, every day. So good, Mark. Good way to go into. We're gonna have Clio probably coming up as the next video, and then Street Stock USA I think is gonna be Monday. So I hope you all are having a great Thursday, had a good New Year, and a good start 2025. And that was definitely one of the better races I've driven in quite a while. So very happy with that, and looking forward to the next time we get to drive this car, and gonna enjoy it for sure. Definitely hope to get in some with friends at some point, but that's a win in my book. So we'll call it there. Make sure you drop that like. Sub down below if you are new. It means the world to me. Greatly appreciate it. Y'all are so wonderful, and I can't wait to keep delivering good content in 2025 for y'all. So we'll call that. Till next time, though, as always, bye.